Hello everybody, hope that you're well and welcome to this live stream. A really special update that we have for you with, oh boy, what a bounce we are seeing currently. It's just when we say exactly as predicted, this is going exactly as predicted. And it's just another one of those times where we had peak, we mean top high levels of fear. Everybody fearful, swing failure pattern of the low, and look at the reaction, look at the bounce. I want to be going over the bounce that we're seeing right now. Where is this bounce likely to head towards? We'll talk about that. And, is this can we view this as a dead cat bounce for lower, or is actually this another full rotation? We're getting to the top of the range, ladies and gentlemen. We'll give people a few minutes to join. I'm going to put the tweet out, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to give a retweet to this, show the love. Go retweet that one for myself if you'd like to do that. It's a nice way of saying thank you after the video that we put out this morning for you, warning you of the massive Bitcoin bounce that will be coming when we hit the magic box. Obviously discussing between the daily to a swing failure pattern of the low. I was saying at the time I'm only in a short, I'm waiting for the longs. Lower down, what happened? Well, exactly as predicted. We went down to the level that we were waiting for and we got the bounce underway. So for the people that tried to chime in early saying, where's this massive bounce coming 3 hours ago? Hey, here it is, 13% late, well actually even more than that now. Bounce total of nearly 15% to the upside. Do not lose your faith in CC Pool. That's all I say, my friends. And there we go. That's where the bounce is. And that's why people are naming themselves CC Pool. Love the memes. Love the memes. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go through this, go through the bounce, go through what's happening now exactly as predicted. If you haven't watched that video this morning, go and watch it. Literally, you need to watch that video this morning because it's really going to show you that what we're doing here is all called in advance. It's no hindsight trading. The only thing we're looking for at the bottom of the range is longs. You get the swing failure pattern. You actually do this. So I'll show you this really quickly before we move on. You got the swing failure pattern of the overall low. You swing failure pattern the daily as well. So you swing failure pattern both of it. It's just incredible. And even if you are longing after the reclaim of the daily here, so you reclaim the daily, let's say you didn't even need to be the hero that jumped in front of it, because guess what? After the reclaim of the daily here, you see how daily was resistance, broke down, reclaimed daily as support. You could have been very conservative, and that bounce still has been 8% to the upside. So whether you were playing this conservative, waiting for the reclaim, or whether you were going full on CC mode, it's like it was very, very, very easy money to be had. I'm not going to lie. If you just took any notice of any of the ideas that were presented to you, let's just be honest. If you took the information from the correct people, it was a very, very, very easy trade, to be fair. Anyway, I'm sure some people missed it, etc. So, make sure you tick the bell because you want to watch our videos as soon as they're released. Tick the bell, subscribe, and all that good stuff. It's kind of free money at the end of the day. But anyway, I digress. And, so for the people that have missed out, for the people that missed the video, for the new subscribers, for the people that aren't in the group that are missing out on everything, what can we look at next? So what can we look at next? Well, let's go through in the course of this video. Let's take a quick look. I need to check some things. Yep, I'm still looking for a little bit higher. So I'm still looking for a little bit higher at the moment. So all is well. Let's go on with the show. So I want to show you a few things, ladies and gentlemen, of what we actually had obviously occurring down and around here. Obviously, this is a massive bounce to the upside, as I just showed you, over 15% bounce to the upside. Really, very, very, very big. Just, when you're trading with the capital we're trading with, it's just like, it's kind of just crazy. But yeah, massive bounce to the upside. But I want to like blow your minds a little bit here with how we were able to predict this with really big accuracy. And the first post that I want to walk you through here while we get onto this, personally, I'm looking for a little bit higher. So I'm looking for higher currently on the Bitcoin chart, just a little bit higher, but a little bit higher. So yeah, we got a little bit of time to talk you through this bounce, and I want to start off with blowing your minds. If you're not already have your mind blown, I want to blow your mind like massively now, absolutely massively. And you all know his name, you all know the respect and legendary status that he has. But look at this. If you want to see an amazing call, Igor, the man, the myth, the legend, calling this on the 18th of May, 1 month ago, telling everybody to have the orders set for the swing failure pattern at $28,830. My man Igor gave the level 1 month ago to have the level prepared. And if you forgot about that level, oh, I don't know what to say, because yeah, when Igor gives a level, I think you gotta remember it. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to have your mind absolutely blown, let's add on the CC. Let's add on. Look at that. Called 1 month in advance, 28,830 from the man, the myth, the legend himself, Igor. It hit to the absolute dollar. It spent no time at all at the low. Look at this on the 1 minute chart. This is the 1 minute chart. Look at this. Come down, come down, come down, come down. Bam. Bam. That's what we mean by the bams. So yeah, I have to pay my respects to Igor, because you know, I write down his levels, and man, you're legendary, mate. Absolute legend. So yeah, to start off, have to start the show with showing respect where respect is due. The absolute GOAT. Look at that. Look at this guy, literally. Look at him. And there you go. There is his entry from 28,830, exact level that he gave 1 month in advance. Crazy, 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 crazy profits. And if you don't know him, you got to know him. This is Igor from the All-Stars group in Chart Champions, absolute legend. And yeah, what can we say? Well done, mate. That was insane. So I had to start off with showing you that, because that was absolutely impressive. So yeah, well done, mate. We absolutely love you in the group. And anyway, moving on then. So I actually want to tell you something that's really, this is where I'm going to be serious, and I really feel you should pay attention if you want to learn how to trade, and you actually want to, get into my brain a little bit here of what I was looking for, because obviously I was aware that we had, there was so let's just, for the educational side of things, try and understand what I'm looking at here. So this is something I posted in my group earlier today. Okay, it was this idea. So I posted this in the champions section, obviously before we had the drop, as it was happening. And my idea was this. So I posted this along with my comments in the group. I said, I want to see a swing failure pattern across all exchanges. Okay, and EG still run the lows. So my thought process was this at the time. Okay, I personally wanted to see a bit more of a drop. And let me show you this, by the way, because it's a little bit, it might be confusing now when it's already happened. So I'm posting this around here. Okay. While my thought process is, okay, we haven't taken the swing failure pattern all exchanges. We haven't hit the Igor level. And so there's still, in my opinion, more liquidity to grab. And I want to show you, obviously, if you're not aware right now, we are first place in the Femex competition. So, go check the standings right now. There you go. There's the refresh. 10% ahead of the competition. My current trading account is up 57%. This has been a competition running 1 day. Grew my account. Again, it's nothing massive. I'm not on about the money on this. I'm showing you that what we're doing is absolute real. There's no way we can fake this. This is a public trading competition. Here's the link to go check the standings. This is the biggest trading competition that's running right now. You might recognize some of the people that are lower down the leaderboards than us. You might recognize some of these people, but all the thing you want to recognize is number 1 place chart champions. I've taken my trades and I'm up 57% account increase in a day. Yeah, so let's just remember this. There's no way this can be fake before the trolls come in and say about all the faking. This is a public leaderboard. This is a public competition, and we are first place. And my personal account has grown nearly 60% in the competition. So I'll just preface what I'm about to show you. Go check the results yourself, because hey, we are the champions, and we are number 1 right now. So anyway, what was my thought process here? Because I truly feel there's so much to take away from this, and it is this. My thought process was I want to take the swing failure pattern on all exchanges, and what I had done for myself, because again, I do not necessarily say to people to follow me, but I think I'm in a different category of like when I will tell people, you know, play the safe option, and the safe option is the reclaim of the daily. Whereas myself, I don't always need to play the safe option, you know. So just remember, I'm not necessarily saying people would have followed me on this, but you know, I'll just say that. But my thought process was this: we currently had this low put in. And I had worked out to take the low across other exchanges that had not been taken, for example, on the Bybit USDT pair. And basically what I done was I preset a limit order on this. Again, I don't recommend this to everybody else, but for myself, hey, I'm going to do it. I preset a limit order 1.5% below the current low. E.g., with a 2% move to the downside, we will have taken the lows on every single exchange. So the way I took my long was actually recognizing, okay, I think we're going to drop again. And remember, this is a long time going sideways. This was about 1.5 hours of sideways. People enter their longs too early, stop below the low. They get stopped out before the move happens. So my thought process is, okay, there's 1.5% to take it on all exchange. No, actually, there's about 2% to take it on all exchanges. I set my limit orders at 1.5% below the low, thinking to myself, okay, I'm happy to do it. You know, I'm just really happy to do it. It's just totally worth it for me. And well, that's how it all progressed. This is how personally I got into my longs. As we can see, exactly when it hit the 1.5% low, I was getting my orders filled. We got the reclaim of the daily, and well, the rest is history up to, you know, where we are right now. So that, what I think, is a really good bit of information that I can share with you all here of how I was able to predict that we would still get another drop before the rise. And this was based off of my own personal ideas and own technical analysis. Like, of course, other people are giving their ideas, and, you know, shout out to Igor. But this was based off of my own personal plan that I thought would drop one more time to take all the lows. In the end, actually, all the lows weren't taken, but I got my limit orders filled. So, you know, my idea, yeah, one more drop to take the lows. We done that. I had my literally limit orders filled. Obviously, smaller limit orders, but then you back them up with bigger market orders. So, like, you get your initial limit orders filled to kind of, you know, almost hold it up, and then bam, 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 market orders, you know, and you kind of go. And so that's how each step of the way for myself, with great accuracy, I was able to do that. And obviously, again, I just speak about myself here. I know other people have traded it well, but, you know, I was able to do that obviously on the Femex trading account, which obviously is doing very well indeed, but also across on, you know, look at this, learn a lesson today. I also had this filled on the Bybit account, on the Tether pair on Bybit, and on the BTC USD pair. So I'm literally long on it. You know, I kind of nailed it. So, oh, here we go. We got another move to the upside. And this is pretty nice. Yeah, so that's basically how I come about my plan to get into this. Again, you could have taken the safe option, and in my opinion, the safe option was at this point when we reclaimed the daily. And I think if you take the safe option, you're still very, 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 very happy, because this is now nearly a 10% move to the upside. So whether you were with me, obviously, I posted this in the champions group, whether you were with me going a bit more aggressive, or whether you took the safe option of the reclaim of the daily, you know, there was plenty of opportunities there. And yeah, that really brings us up to where we are now then, no? So if anybody has any questions about, you know, how we predicted this, well, you can watch my YouTube video from earlier where again, in the public videos, you have to remember, in the public videos, I'm not like making everything so amazingly clear, because I have to think of, you know, yeah, I'm just generally not like ultra clear as I am. Like, I try to be, like, obviously within the group, but nevertheless, I still pretty much made it very clear what I was expecting and what we were doing today. But yeah, obviously within the group, we got a little bit more. But yeah, so that brings us up to where we are now then, no? Really nice bounce to the upside. And it reminds me very much of this situation here, yeah? So this was also a time that I did take a long. Yeah, so I also longed this. And it kind of reminds me currently of the situation, you know, where we got the acceptance to the prior range low, but in the end we rejected off of the value area high. Well, it obviously is a little bit similar to that scenario. So we obviously have got acceptance back into the range low, but, you know, I think we will say we're coming back into this, Yeah, coming back into around the highs. So, I don't think we can necessarily, I don't think I'm celebrating too early. Don't think that I'm saying the bottom is in, for example, and we're definitely going up from here. No, if you understand how I trade, if you understand how I teach, I'm not ever going to be telling people, oh, the bottom's definitely in. There's no way we're going below this level now. It's not how I trade. I have to acknowledge, okay, it's definitely, there's definitely a possibility that we can do this. Yeah, so this remains on the table. That is definitely still possible. Okay, so the thing that I will always tell you, let me just take a drink. The thing that I would always tell you is, you ask me, Daniel, is this a good time to long? And my answer is no, because guess what? We have actually now. So we have now taken that last high. So we took the high before the drop. So that's kind of, we literally done that as I was speaking. So we got that final move to the upside and we took the high. So, you ask me, is this a good time to long, Daniel? And even though I think that we could push higher, for example, I'm still going to say no. Like, this is such a weird time to long. The time to long was either the exact low or the reclaim of the daily. Yeah. Or the reclaim of the VWAP, like 3 options you could have had to long, and they were all either actually at the low or here. Like, longing up here, I just feel is like such a weird time to long. Well, it's not a weird, I suppose. Like, the only people that would be thinking of longing now are the people that have literally missed the good opportunities. So what happens if you miss the good opportunities? Well, I think you got to wait for a retrace. If the retrace doesn't come, then hey, you literally have just missed out, and that's. Who cares? This is the thing that I say to people, like, who cares if you miss the trade? Because tomorrow there's another trade. The next week there's another trade. The week after that there's another trade. The month after this there's another trade. Like, somebody wrote to me today, SPA port. Like, I'll shout him out because he does a really, 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 really good work. He's been obviously in the group a long time and learning well. And I love that comment because he said, this was the best trade of my trading career. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Words can't describe how I feel right now. And I had to shout. I've just remembered it now. And it's just like, the guy has been here trading for a long time. And today he made the best trade of his trading career. Yeah. So when you think of that, think that who cares if you've missed this rise? Yes. Some people are saying this is the best trade of their lives. But what I say is next week, he'll say he's made the best trade of his life, sort of thing. Like, the best trade is always ahead of us. So if you missed this bounce, hey, I kind of feel a little bit sorry for you because there was so much money to be made. But at the end of the day, there's another trade that's like this next week, the next week after, the next week after. Yeah. So this isn't a one-off. This isn't a one-off that you see us doing these trades. We're doing them pretty regularly, So this is the thing. You have to remain calm. You have to remain patient. You really do. FOMOing into a long here is just like, why on earth would anybody do this? Just, you gotta have to have the patience. For me, this is a take profit, if I'm totally honest with you. So you have to remember, if you're buying now, you're kind of buying into people's sell orders, not necessarily closing everything, but taking profits. So it's a little bit of a weird time to buy now. So this is just something to bear in mind. It's just not a place I would long. But then, like, people say this all the time. Like, I would say, like, here, for example, I wouldn't short here. People are like, why wouldn't you short if you think it's going lower? Well, it's because, like, I'm the guy that shorts up here. And the same thing, like, well, Daniel, you think we might go high and you're sat in a long, so why wouldn't you long here? It's like, well, I'm the guy that longs down here. Like, I would not long into resistance, So I think some people sometimes struggle to comprehend that almost. But yeah, this for me is not a good long. So you'd either have to wait for another, back test potential of the daily, for example, or, I don't really like to trade. I wouldn't really like to trade this as much, but I suppose all you could look down for a reclaim of the past range higher support. Obviously always your preferred scenario is a drop. So I suppose if I was in like no position at all, I would want to see another drop because, I don't really like buying, I wouldn't really be so comfortable buying higher. I must admit, if I was in no position, I'd prefer to see a drop. But I am in a position, but, that would be my thought process. Okay. I come to the charts for whatever reason I missed all the trades today. I would say to myself, okay, fair enough. I missed that trade. Who cares? Where's the next trading opportunity? And I suppose for me right now, it would be a, move back down to the daily. you know, that's really simply the way that I would view it. You know, really is as simple as that, in my opinion. You know, if you start breaking back below like 29,500, then you might think to yourself, okay, I'll get out of this trade early, and this long isn't going to work. I don't think you want to be going back down that low after you've run all the lows like this. You know, if you for example put in a, you know, even run these highs and you make your way back down, you get a secondary bounce like off the daily, but then you sort of lose the daily and lose 29,500. Well, it seems very likely at that point that you're going to drift down to much lower levels. So this is the thing that I will always say, and this is something that I teach. The first touch of a level is always the best. The first swing failure pattern is always the best, yeah? So the more times you touch it, the weaker it gets. So we've already tested this low zone 4 times. So if we test it a 5th, it can bounce. But if we start then losing the level, losing 29,500, I would be thinking to myself, we're probably going to go down lower. You know, we're much likely that we have now lost this range, yeah? Because we trade the range till it breaks. If we actually start closing down here, I would be under the perspective that the range has been lost, and we are entering a new trading range which is lower down the charts. So you know, that's my initial thoughts, you know, and I hope that is kind of clear. I know it's not the easiest thing to understand, especially if you're a newer trader. You might be a little bit confused by that potentially. If you are, you can obviously drop a comment. More than happy to help out. I'm really sorry for the. Yeah, I know. Yes, this is the glitch thing. Like, I see people donate and stuff with like the questions and stuff, but for some reason, like YouTube glitches where it doesn't save that. So if I see like anything come in, I'll answer your questions. But obviously, it's pretty hard to keep up with a chat. It goes so quickly, literally. Daniel, your brain is the sexiest thing ever. Yeah, I don't really trade Cardano, mate, so I can't help there. For anybody just joining, the first 16 videos are just about him bragging how he called it. You know it, mate. The first 16 minutes of this video are exactly that. I'm not even going to hide it. The first 16 minutes of this video are literally me saying, look at that, exactly as predicted. Because it was so incredibly good. It was so incredibly good. But you must be new to the channel if you think that was not happening. Any long-term subscriber knew that's exactly what I was going to do on this video. Because that was so epic. Come on, that was absolutely just insane. If I say so myself. But I love this, man. Like, I love this so much. And then to see the team in first place. Hey, man. That's good, boy. That's good. Obviously, the prize pool on this competition is shared between everybody. This is why I said to people, hey, if you want to join the team, expect some free money, because there's no way we're not finishing in the top 10. And we currently sit first place. Yeah, man, that's good. Still first place. Let's go. Anyway, yeah, I see there's some questions coming in here, so I suppose we'll take some questions. Somebody said, first question I see, Daniel, are you watching England today? Yes, I do want to be off the stream for England. I'm going to watch the football game, yes. If I was half as good as Daniel, I would not stop bragging for the rest of the year. The thing is, I know next week I'm going to do an amazing call. So it's like, I have non-stop bragging opportunities ahead. Anyway, let's see if anybody has a serious question in here. Hey, Daniel, what level would you like to see claim to make you bullish? Well, I mean, for me, reclaiming the daily after the swing failure pattern was the main level. I mean, from here, we're obviously going to cut. I mean, the really big level is 36K. That's the middle of the range, and it's also the point of control of this range. So I mean, that would obviously be a major level, but it's quite a bit higher than where we are right now, you know. So yeah, that's obviously something to bear in mind. You know, 37K coming in there, and you know, we got, yeah, oof, wow, okay. Well, you got to, I think you got to, the thing is, you have to remember what time frame are you talking about? And I think this is another thing which some people struggle with. It's like understanding the time frame I'm talking about. Because I'm a scalp trader and I will also swing trade, it's obviously can be slightly confusing because you're like, what time frame are you talking about? And I question you, like, what time frame are you talking about? Obviously, for a medium term move to expect a higher range, if we're coming back up to here, you would want to see back up above the middle of the channel now, / the point of control, which, as you just saw, was really coming in at $37,000. So you might say to yourself, if you want to see low $40,000 again up here, well, the point of control is a major resistance now. But if we're talking about like the 5-minute chart, we might just say back above the previous range high. And if we break above the previous range and we start holding it as support, well, then we can trade back into the previous range. So again, it is very much down to time frames. Obviously, you have a CCV setup at the moment, and that's what I was looking at. So you might want to get back above, like, this is coming in at, let's say, $34,000. So if you can start to hold 34K back as support, that would be a big intraday resistance. So that's an intraday resistance. If we can hold the CCV target as support, then that's very good, no? So I'd say, yeah, your intraday resistance, obviously around that CCV target. To give yourself a bit of space, you could say 34K. I think this is like partly the problem, that you just sometimes have to remember that, yeah, I mean, it's quite difficult, guys. I think that sometimes you just have to think to yourself, like, it obviously is difficult in the situation of where you're like, I missed the trade sort of thing. Like, you totally missed the trade. And I understand and totally comprehend that it's so deflating now. And I guess that's why people don't like me, like, bragging and stuff. Because if you miss the trade, like, those are the type of people that are annoyed. If you got in with me right now, I'm sure you don't care and you're happy and celebrating with me. But I do comprehend the people that miss the trade, and then to watch me talking about it must be annoying, I'm sure. But so I do feel for you in that regards. I mean, but yeah, this is also the thing. Like, if you miss this move, the bounce is so massive. This is a 15% bounce. So longing here is there's such a drawdown to have on the trade. You're obviously, I feel for you because you're in a really, really difficult position. And I feel the words that really should stick with you the most are, just accept you missed the trade, man. Like, just literally accept that you missed it. Like, you missed the trade, but just think to yourself, maybe it takes another week for another setup to appear, like a really good one like we had today. Maybe that takes another week to come, but I think you want to bide your time and just stay patient, not FOMO into the trade now, because you're too late. And it's called revenge trading, where you trade out of annoyance almost. So you're feeling really annoyed, you're feeling depressed, you're like, oh, I don't care anymore, I'll just place this as my last trade. If I win, I win. If I lose, I quit. These are the sort of emotions people feel now. Whereas the best thing that you should do, I would recommend, maybe take a day off, go away for a day. Don't look at the charts for 24 hours. Go meditate, go to the spa, go for a massage, go watch the England game and get drunk tonight. Something that takes your mind off of the charts, and then come back with a new mindset tomorrow. Delete all your technical analysis and come back with the mindset of, hey, I am a champion. My next best trade is ahead of me. I don't care that I missed that trade, because I'm after the next one. Yeah, I'm always after the next one. It's like me. Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm like, yeah, I just made an amazing trade, but I'm not going to hold on to this forever. I'm not going to be celebrating this in a month's time, because guess what? I'll have already taken my next best trade. So that's probably, a little bit of advice that I can give to people that are annoyed at me for celebrating and stuff. And it's obvious the people that missed and annoyed are the people that missed the trade, because I don't see how else you could be annoyed. But at the end of the day, just think to yourself, listen to what I'm telling you, write down the levels, and, start to make your plan, formulate your plans. If you need help with making plans, well, I give all of the education that you need, like, to be serious here, like, everything that you need, I do teach. If you need extra help with the plans in the day, then I'm pretty, posting this in the champions group. So there's plenty of opportunities here. And, yeah, so to give you a very simplistic view of this, I would say CCV target, which we're coming up very close to, is big resistance, yeah? It is big resistance, CCV target. So if we can reclaim that as support, well, then that obviously offers an opportunity, but the opportunity is very small. I would not be entering large positions because it means you're entering up here, and it's just like, I wouldn't like to really do that. So obviously your best opportunity, does this happen? Well, that's for the market to decide. Do we get a move all the way back down to the daily? Of course it's possible. So that would be the only thing that I'd be holding out for if I was in no position, really. I would not buy up here. I just wouldn't do it. So, yeah, maybe you got to hope the market's a bit kind to you. But, this is the thing. Let's say it doesn't drop and it just keeps going up. Well, you bind your time, go away. Like I said, go away for a few days. Like, turn off and wait for an opportunity, because I comprehend how you can be very annoyed and if you miss the move, because it's like, you can be really annoyed at yourself. So, I do understand at the end of the day, I am human. And I think the best thing you can do to avoid the FOMO is, step away, set an alert and step away, Wait for Igor or Mike or Victor or the trading assistant or any of the all-stars at that matter of fact to like give you a bit of guidance, give you a little bit of an idea sort of thing. That would be my honest words, which hopefully offer you some clarity sort of thing. But I think the best thing that can come of this is like it's a learning opportunity. So instead of viewing everything as a loss per se or an annoying reason, I think the real champions are the people that take those losses or take those annoyances and learn from them. And instead of viewing it as an annoying occurrence, view it as a learning opportunity. Yeah. So I would say, a good bit of advice really is, do not be annoyed by the loss. Do not be annoyed by missing the trade, but record why you missed the trade, why you lost the trades, and what can you do better next time. That's the difference in mindset and just overall being of a champion. And the champion is not the guy that gets annoyed, not the guy that gets upset or depressed or even starts to think, this is not for me, I'm quitting. The champion is the guy that's going to acknowledge, hey, I made a mistake today. I embrace that I made a mistake. I accept I made a mistake. And let's make sure I don't do that again. Yeah. Record what went wrong. Record what the winner's done right. And instead of being jealous and annoyed, learn from them. Doesn't that make much more sense? Say, hey, these guys absolutely crushed it. Let's try and understand what they went through. What was their thought processes? I told you my thought process with the way I wanted to see lows taken on exchanges, That's my thought processes. Now, it was obviously a reclaim of the daily, which you had on a lower term time frame again. Now my thought process is, okay, CCV target. So I'm giving you all my thought processes. My thought process is the CCV target. Obviously, if we reclaim that, then you have an opportunity. Obviously, better opportunity is to come down. But if that doesn't happen, then you're going to have to remain patient here. So, yeah, I don't know. Hope that offered you a bit of a guidance, I suppose. Should we do a refresh? See where we are now. Still first place. Let's go. 57% account increase in a day. Again, it's not about the money. That's all about the percentage. This is a percentage trading competition. There we go. That feels good, boys. So let's see some of these questions then. Can you show the swing failure pattern on the bottom? I was watching for it, but didn't see it. Yeah, so really simply, the swing failure pattern really was this, yeah? So it was this low here. If you haven't, again, I recommend you to watch the free public video that I made this morning, where I literally, my exact words were, I'm in a short and I'm waiting for either the daily to show support, which it didn't, or a swing failure pattern of the low, which obviously we got. So this was the first swing failure pattern, or in my mind, we actually swing failure patterned the swing failure pattern. So this was, this is way more complex. So, I don't really expect you to follow it so much, but this is a swing failure pattern of the first bounce. So a little bit more complex, but this is the main swing failure pattern. When you got back above the daily, It's such an easy long, very safe long, you know. So I hope that answers that. No, the low was taken on Coinbase. So this guy says, I noticed that the low was not taken on Coinbase. The low was taken on Coinbase. Yeah, the low was, this is Coinbase. I was following Coinbase and the lows was taken. Yeah. So this is the low on Coinbase. We 100% took the low, just as we did on, obviously, on Bybit, where I'm trading. We took the low on Coinbase, mate, 100%. So I'm not sure what chart you're watching. But yeah, we did take the low on Coinbase. We did, mate. So, yeah. And there you go. Proof in the pudding there from Jonathan Lotito. I was a newbie. Lost thousands. Almost gave up, but joined Chart Champions. Now I spend hours of learning. It is a treasure, guys, and really it works now. Thank you, Jonathan. And of course, we are always, love to read those sort of comments. It's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, like I had some of them from people earlier that were taking the trades. Give a man a fish and he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish and he eats for a lifetime. This is what Chart Champions has done for me, and there's still so much more to learn. Thank you, Daniel. Guy entry with 28,900. It's really amazing. It really is. Oh yeah, we have to go through this one. Death. Pay your respects for this prediction. Cross. It breaks below 30. Death cross. It breaks below $30,000. This is the end of the world. Everybody sell. Oh my God, it's so bearish. I can't believe. Bam. Death cross. It breaks below. We had the death cross. We broke below $30,000, and we got a bam. We had we had 995 bams on that one, and hopefully with that we did save a shorter's life. That was pretty funny, no? The bam, 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 bams. But a lot of people trading that pretty well. Take profit 1, stop loss to entry. You're guaranteed money at that point. So brilliant, no? Oh yeah, this is the one on this. Entry, absolute dollar low, preset with the limit orders, almost half an hour before it happened. There you go. This guy forgot about the trading competition, but also got into long. Anyway, where am I going with this? People had planned out their entries from the shorting of the high to the longs of the lows. Shout out to Igor. Oh, we've just hit the CCV target. There we go. We have just hit the CCV target. I need to manage something. 1 second. But that is the CCV target hit, ladies and gentlemen. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, 1 second, please. Oh, I love this game. Yep, that is the CCV target. Getting hit. So 1 minute. I need to log in. Let's go. That was a good day now. That was a good day of trading. There we go. Now that goes to show you why you do not do anything too early. You wait and you wait and you wait. Like I've said before, 90% of the time staying patient, 10% of the time trading, 100% of the time winning. Again, that was nice. There we go. So yeah, have hit the CCV target. I'll show you. I posted about this a little bit earlier in the group. Just to show you we have now hit the target. Let's do this. CCV. CCV target 33,330. Hit. We can mark that off with a big old check. Boom. I'll reply to it. Let me get the print screen for the group. 1 second. Da, 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 da. Oh no, we have not hit it just. We're $100 off. Oh, no, well, I took my profit. After all that, I took my. Well, we're actually $100 off. It's 33,330. Oh, that's slightly embarrassing. I don't know, at 33,230. I accidentally just called it $100 too quick. Well, hopefully we can go up $100 because otherwise people are going to be like, Daniel, this has not hit tick mark yet. Oops. This is what happens when I'm on stream, guys. I can't concentrate properly. Because, yeah, we actually wanted 33,330. Yeah, so we have not actually quite hit it. Oops. Well, I'm very sorry, guys. But sometimes you can front run your own levels without even realizing it. Oops. Hashtag front run the front runners. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I actually didn't. I made a mistake. It was actually $100 higher. I will remove the check mark as it has not actually quite hit. But I apologize greatly for that. I really do. Oops. No, well. The show must go on, as they say. Yeah. My mistake. If it doesn't hit, you can blame me later. That obviously the CCV target's actually a little bit higher, but come on, we missed it by 0.3. Oh, look at that. We missed it by 0.33% on 33333. That's pretty funny. No, it's the little things in life that I love. It's the little things. So yeah, you can hate me later, but nah, I'm being serious now. You know now what the CCV target is, so you can be aware of that level. Yeah, so that I think is my. Oops, what have I deleted? Oh, that's the Coinbase. Yeah, oh well. I digress. We haven't actually quite hit it, but there we go. The level is 33,330 of the CCV. So of course, if we see acceptance above that, yeah, I don't really think I would long it so aggressively. I really don't know. I kind of would avoid that. I think the only way I'd really like to get a long, I mean, if I was in no position, would be a drop. I just feel very uncomfortable longing up here, you know. I just really wouldn't want to do that. So yeah, I would feel slightly uncomfortable longing up here. But at the end of the day, we have this range. So let's see if we have any final questions. Hello, Mr. Green. Pretty accurate, but close, but no cigar. I do hope we get that final push. Otherwise, it'll be slightly embarrassing. Because everyone will be like, "Hey, Daniel, you missed the target by $100 or whatever it is." So I do hope we hit it for the bragging rights. It looks like we've still got a little bit of gas in the tank. So let's see what people are saying anyway. If you enter the conservative level, I'll answer this question in a minute, but what was the one I was reading just then? Oh, this is if you enter the conservative level, would it be a good idea to say take profits now and re-enter on the retest? Well, there's obviously no guarantee we get this retest, yeah? There's no guarantee that we get a retest of this level. So if you just like hope out for the retest and it never comes, then you're probably going to be a little bit disappointed maybe. But I think you should be prepared. The thing is, like, I just don't see a long, like, for me personally, I don't see a long here. This like up here I'm talking about, because the thing is, this is a very big bounce. I would just not feel comfortable longing here, because this is literally resistance. So I just would not feel comfortable longing here. I would have to see a decline in price. Alternatively, I think it's going to be a few days of consolidation for me to think to myself, okay, if we can build value up here, then obviously it's a good long. Yes, if you can build value, then it's a good long. But like such a vertical move up, I don't see a long here. So yeah, even if you took the conservative long off the reclaim of the daily, then well done. And this is still a nice take profit 100%. Yes. Not financial advice, not telling you what to do with your money. Again, I have to take this back. I do feel it's potentially a very good, nice take profit one, coming up into CCV targets, into the highs. Yes, it's a nice take profit one. And if you get the back test, brilliant. You can compound. Alternatively, if we do just sort of, however long it might take, sort of grind down and come down towards these lows again, well, I think it's very, very, very likely that we're going lower. But I'm not necessarily thinking of lower at the moment because we haven't currently lost any of the support of this local uptrend. So this is where it comes down to. Trading isn't like easy. It does take practice, time, experience, but yeah, I do feel this is a good take profit one to answer your question. Really, yes. So this guy says, why don't people receive notifications of the trade? Basically, there's no way to add notifications on these sort of posts. The way that you have to do it is do, for example, underscore Igor, for example, click his name, and then you can just see all of his recent posts, So this is the way that you'd have to search it currently on Discord. I hope that Discord bring out, actually there is actually a plugin that you can download that can be put onto your browser that will alert you when myself or whoever you want posts. So there are plugins for it or workarounds per se. It's not that much effort. For example, if you only want to see the posts, like you don't want to see all of general chat and you only want to see when we post in, like, I don't know, Bitcoin charts, for example, then you could just go in Bitcoin charts only. And then you only want to see the posts from, I don't know, let's say Victor or Mike or myself. Then you would just type in like our names, search, and then, that's how you can do it in a fairly easy way. I feel it's not that much effort. Obviously, it's not totally effortless. You have to put in 10 seconds of effort to search for the name, so it's not extremely effortless. But yeah, so I feel it's a workaround until Discord either allow you to have notifications or until I have my own section where it will just be like me posting only sort of thing. So one of the two things is what I recommend. Oh yeah. Oh, we're increasing our lead at the top. That's good. Now over 10%. Very nice. A separate channel for yourself and the All-Stars. I think we've already said, like, well, I'm not sure about the All-Stars. I don't know whether they want to be in it, but a channel for myself, that is coming. I've already made that. I'm not trying to, like, yeah, I've already kind of given my opinions on that. It is going to come. But yeah. See if there's any other questions. I'll take one more question before I go. No, come on, let's just hit this CCV target, man. That would be a nice wrap if we can hit that, so I can not make a mistake. This will be nice. This will be nice if we can hit this then, so I can give a tick to the post. And one more question, I think. Wow, Jamie McDonald says up $50,000 today because you're teaching. Well done, mate. That is very impressive. Somebody says, where can I learn about CCV? Where can I learn about the fibs? Both of those things you can learn about on our website, chartchampions.com. Somebody says, did you have an order set up for the low? If you did, my answer is yes for this. I did also have a limit order waiting at the lows. And this was off of, again, it was off of this idea where I wanted to see the lows taken on all exchanges, which the current low was 2% away from the low that was made. And then I just done educated guess, obviously trading on Bybit and Femex where the lows were already taken. I had to take an educated guess of how much this would move down on those exchanges, because a 2% drop on Binance doesn't mean a 2% drop on Bybit, for example. So I made an educated guess. If it's going to drop another 2% on USDT Tether, then it's probably going to drop 2 to 1. I basically just done it 1.5%. So yeah, had my limit orders filled, and then I done a few market orders, and the rest is history, I suppose. As they say. That's obviously then when it dropped a second time. Let's see if there's anything else. Daniel, football starts in 20 minutes. Can you wrap up? Yes, I agree. I do want to wrap this up. The football does start in 20 minutes. So, yeah. Actually, 15 minutes now. Sorry. Oh my God, I nearly had a heart attack, mate. This guy's saying, talk, why are you on mute? Mate, you gave me post-traumatic stress, and I had visions of being on mute for the past 15 minutes. Right? That's the quickest way to give me a heart attack, because there's too many times I've done that in the past. Oh man, I would have been mad. So mad. Is the Discord free or just for members? We have a free section. I don't post in the free section really. I do a little bit, but yeah, there's a free section and there's a paid section. Obviously, the paid section is for the people under the mentorship that are in there to learn. Good man. I learned a lot after a brief membership period. Highly recommended. Cheers, mate. Yeah, and I think I'm going to wrap it up because, again, I do also want to go watch the football. And it literally starts in 10 minutes. So England match tonight versus Czech Republic. It's a must-win game for England. So, yeah, I got to go support the team. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you ever so much, everybody. I will undoubtedly be giving more updates as we progress through the night. So if you want to see more, if you want to see more from myself, hey, over in the Champions Discord, I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there. So, yeah, that's where I will be later on. So, that's if you want to see more from me. If not, then hey, hope you've enjoyed this one. And yeah, thank you ever so much. I'll end with this little first insight. So these were the options that we had today in the group. Again, this was posted at 12 past 4, where I gave my first option. And obviously, Trading Assistant, shout out to Trading Assistant, by the way. Trading Assistant, I need to shout him because, again, he's also a legend now. He's becoming very, very, very popular in the group. This was at 1 o'clock. So as the drop was happening, went on, done a Discord stream, talked everyone through. His option of the long was a reclaim or getting into the SPs, which obviously it happens as well. So yeah, shout out to Trading Assistant, shout out to the community, shout out to you all. Hope you've enjoyed. Hopefully I've offered you some clarity. And yeah, for me, it's too early to start thinking about massively high or like massively lower. I feel like we'll have a lot more clarity of where this is going in, 12 hours, really 12 hours, see where the day closes. I feel it's a little bit pointless for me to start giving really long-term, with projections or predictions it's a little bit too early. I need more clarity from this. What happens at the CCV? Like, we're still in the local uptrend, high, higher, low, higher highs, higher low. So we're still in the local uptrend. We're still short squeezing. I want to see the reaction off of this. Are we actually going to break down and lose some support? Are we going to keep squeezing up through the CCV? So it makes no sense for me to give longer term predictions from this video. It's just, let's be honest, it's a little bit pointless. So for me, yeah, I require a little bit more time for consolidation here, you know, to get more of an idea of where I think it's going to go next, to be honest with you. But at least I've given you some levels to be aware of now, and you can keep a heads up for those. So yeah, thank you everybody. Hope you've enjoyed. Thank you ever so much. Have a good day. And yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, smash the likes. What can I say? Maybe 5,000 likes and I will do another live stream for you if you want. And I suppose that probably will take 24 hours, maybe 5,000 likes. If not, hey, I'm going to go over to the Discord, so you can just catch me in there if you want more. So cheers everybody. Thank you ever so much. Have a great evening, day, morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you ever so much. And CC Paul, send their regards. Thank you ever so much. Love you, Igor, and goodbye.